Hello, it's Celeste here, and welcome to A Crafter's Story. It's Monday morning, and I spent my weekend just doodling. Every now and then, when I had a little bit of spare time, I'd come and potter around and see what designs I could come up with. And one of the things that really worked for me, it spoke to me this weekend. I got out my paper tape. This is a eco craft tape, and when I looked it up again, because I bought this some time ago, it said that there was no coating on it. I'm not so sure about that. I think there is something on here, because although it is a really nice paper tape, when I tried to use watercolor on it here, it bubbled and pooled and didn't want to blend. So I think there might be a little bit of a coating of some kind on it, and then I used markers that weren't permanent markers. That didn't work, and I realized it didn't work when I tried to seal it with a matte medium. Not only did it peel off again, but it smudged all the ink. This was not a permanent marker. And so I just didn't bother. I swapped out to a permanent marker and didn't bother to do any kind of sealing after that again. So that is my oops, my not so good one. So I'll get rid of this. I just kept it so I could show you. But so I've got my mat out. Let me backtrack a little bit. I've got my plastic mat, and I put some of the tape down, and I think in the future I'm just going to put it directly onto some white paper, because I'm sticking it onto some white paper when I'm done with the doodling anyway. And this is quite sticky. This stuff sticks like sticks, like 6 sticks. So it's hard to pull it off, and I'm scared that, especially if there's really nice doodles, that I'll tear the tape. For today though, because there's, I'm already committed to the mat, I'm just going to stick with it. But I wanted to show you a few places where I have used these tape doodles. And you guys, all I'm doing is I'm using, these are all made by the same company. They're the Artistro. These two, white and gold, are the paint pens. And oh, actually it's not, this is Artist's Loft, I'm so sorry, this one's Artist's Loft. This is the black permanent marker, and it has a fine tip. Oh gosh, it has a fine tip on that side and a thick tip on that side, which is super convenient. I think I picked this up at Michael's, which is our local hobby store. Okay, so one of the things that I did with this little guy, once I cut him loose, I put it on a piece of white paper, stapled a few little sheets together, got a plain one at the back here, and so now I've just got a little booklet that I can go and put in a journal. This little guy is just a little stickers kind of add on to a little journal, also on the white paper. Let me show you how I cut some with that, that scissors with the serrated edge with a little, so there's a little one here. Make sure you guys can see it. Can you see it? Yeah, I think so. So there's just a little one here in this journal. And then I have an art journal that I'm working on, art journal, affirmation journal, and here's another one that I put in. So you can use them just as stickers, as just add-ons to your craft pages, to your journal pages, I'm sorry, that's what I meant. And I'm going to use one in this journal now, and I'm going to do a little cluster down here. We'll do that later, and we can make another cluster, which we're going to make later. Oh, and you can sew on it. I sewed on this. It worked really well. I have a new sewing machine, but I'm so intimidated by that sewing machine because I broke my last one. Although it was, it was a little one, and it probably wasn't meant for thick paper, but I broke it. And when I got this new one, It took me 2 months. I know. I kid you not. 2 months before I plucked up the courage to have a look and see how it works. And I did that yesterday, and it works great, and it's a great machine. So I don't know why I was so scared to use it, but I was. Now I did a couple of little things. I sewed this little guy down, and it was white thread, so I had to put a little brown ink on it, but that worked nicely. Okay, so let's get doodling. I'm just going to, I think, repeat some of these that I did before, and because I want these two without all the speckling behind it, or the speckling, I thought I would repeat them. And doodling doesn't have to, you know, you really don't let it intimidate you. It's not that difficult when you really think about it. All I've done is drawn a half circle and stuck a line through where the middle would be, and you've already got this top piece. And now I'm just going to do like a little teardrop shape, and then come in here for another teardrop, and just add those little teardrops in. Maybe this guy's peeking out there. We've got one little guy peeking out there, and you've got a flower. Pretty much just like so. Okay, now give this guy a stem, a little foot to stand on. Let's make the stem a little bit thicker. And another little teardrop for a leaf. Okay, just like that. I come in and I put in a little extra ink just to darken it up a little bit, so it pops off the page. Just like so. There we go. Dunzos. Now I'm going to leave that to dry just for a little, because I want to come in with a paint pen like I did here, and I'm making sure you can see, making sure that, because it does kind of, it lifts the image off the page a little bit, just visually. All right, so I'm going to go and put this a teardrop or leaf shape, and I'm going to do them side by side like that. And maybe I think I'll fit another one in. I did fitted another one. I was playing with our little dog, little Kaya, and we were playing, I guess it's a version of hide and seek, because she'll run around the island, and then I'll run this way, and she'll see, but I won't run around. I'll just get to the corner, and she'll see me, and she'll scoot around to the other side, and then I'll run to the side. She'll see me, and she'll scoot around, you know, so we have this little game going. And eventually, I caught her, and I said to her, I caught you, I did catched you. And she looked at me as if to say, could you please speak proper English? She had that look on her face. I did catch you is not a proper English sentence. She just had this look on her face as if to say, what did you just say? Either that, or she was like, put me down. I'm done. I want to go and sleep now. You tuckered me out. It's probably both. So she's so funny. Okay. There we go. Almost there. Got. There we go. All right, so what should, you know, this one's quite easy to do as well. Let's do that one. It's easy and quick. So I'll just come up, and then instead of doing a solid line, I'm just going to go a little, make like a little sort of egg shape, little line, and dotted lines in sort of an egg shape. There we go. And I think we'll probably fit, this one's a little shorter, so we'll maybe fit another one in here. Oop, almost touched. Ha! That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, that's fine. Put another one. just a little one down here. It felt unbalanced. There we go. That's much better. And because it is a leaf of some kind, so we give it a little centerpiece. All right. So we've made 3 doodles, and they are ready for their white ink. I'm just going to activate this pen a little bit and come in here. And that little half circle, colored in half circle we did, I'm going to give it a couple of little, like the little seeds. Is it seeds? If it was a sunflower, I guess it would be seeds. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to give it a little line down here to accentuate, and give this little lines, the little veins on the leaves. I see on that one I actually had a middle line as well, so let's put in the middle line just like that, because then I can put little dots on that line and kind of, okay, it's working. I thought maybe if the ink was too wet, but it looks like it's fine, that it's taking the white. All right, so there we go. That little one is finished. Let's put a line in here, and let's give this one a couple of extra, because that just has lines down the middle. Make these actual little leaves with little veins. It looks a little different. Just like that. Okay, I think we're good there. There we go. Oh gosh, this actually looks much nicer with the veins. Maybe I'll keep that different. It's nice to have something different. Put in a couple of, so you guys, you can see that there's no, you really just need to put down a couple of little lines, a couple of little dots, and before you know it, you've got a doodle, and you've got a picture or a sticker or something you can use in a cluster, and it's super, super easy. Let's add a little dot. Because we can. There we go. Okay, so I've got the 3 doodles done, and I used the gold, but I think the gold, although it does show up a little bit in this rose design here, because this paper is so brown, and you know, it's such a the shading, the hue between the gold and the tape, excuse me, is pretty similar. So I don't know if it really pops anything in there, but I'll leave it. I like it for that little rose, but I think for the rest probably not. Okay, so I'll show you how I'll pull this one off. Did I bring a piece of paper? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, got just plain printer paper. I'm going to pull this off, and you'll see how sticky this stuff is. And then I thought, oh, I'm so smart, you know. I thought, well, what if I put the tape on some wax paper or freezer paper, like washi tape, you know, it'll just pull off. Nope, it didn't. It's stuck. It's stuck, like it really, really stuck. You can see this is really, I'm having to put a little elbow grease in here to get this off. Some of this watercolor is actually falling off, so definitely I think watercolor is probably not gonna work. All right, but we can put, yeah, I see, gosh. Okay, I'll just come in maybe with a soft toothbrush or soft paintbrush, and I'll get rid of some of the flakes. All right, so there is our little sticker stamp, and we'll cut it loose like that. I'm going to kind of eyeball this and hope I cut straight. Not really, but it's close enough. That's okay. It'll have to do. It's like that. Okay. So we cut loose our little flower, and it's pretty well down. There's some of this white paper sticking out, and instead of trying to cut it off, which I probably could, I suppose, I'm just going to darken it with a little ink. And then I think we can start pasting some of those clusters and some of the things that are pre-prepared for us to, just so you can see how I could use this in a journal. One of the things I like to do is, it's not exactly center, is it? Let's just center it quickly first, because I think there's not as much space here, like a pinky width, and there's more like a thumb width there. So let's make them both pinky width, more or less there. And not exactly straight, but that's okay. When I put it in a journal, I'll put it off center like this, and then you won't know. You won't see it. So sometimes what I was trying to say a few seconds ago is when I have this, either I can put in some of these little guys for the corners and really give it lift it like a little 3D effect, or I can draw them in like I did with this guy. Either one will work. So just for time, I'm going to draw this one in and give it 4 little anchor points like that. Oh, I wanted to mention, this was a permanent marker that I used. It was this artist's loft that I used, and then I came in with a matte medium on this little flower, which is why it surprises me that some of this paint is coming off. But anyway, so I wonder if you can see that this little guy is a little more muted than these. It muted my black ink, the matte medium. So I just don't think I'll use it again. Later on, maybe I'm gonna come in and just get some of this darker black in again, because this looks a little too faded. But for now, we'll just use it as is. I'll have to redo those white dots, but that's fine. So like that. Okay, you guys, so this guy is done. That's how easy it is for you guys to make a sticker. So we've got it's not a sticker yet, but if I put double-sided tape on the back, it would be, or a little book, or something that you can just put in your journal. But for this one, I'm going to do a cluster. So let's do this little cluster together. So I guess what this is it fell out. It's like weird. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, don't do that. You're messing up my thing here. Okay, maybe I must get a new one, because that one's obviously getting to its end. Oh, that one feels empty too. How did I have this now? Let me try and remember. I think it was like that, because I didn't want to close these flowers up, and I'm gonna have to deal with this falling out. So let me try and do this. Okay, like that. All right, let's see. I think I probably need a little extra glue, just a little bit extra. And we'll put this piece of fabric down. There we go. Then fits perfectly. And then I'm going to, I think, put this, I'm going to staple this down a little bit of security like that, and then put some glue down here like so. I like that. It's starting to look really nice. And then just to cover the staple, I'll put down a little word. You guys, if you come and join us on our Facebook page, every Friday I try to share a freebie. It's a downloadable page. It's this last week I did this sheet with all these words on them in various colors. And so if you're interested to come and join us on our Facebook page, there are 5 or 6, because we've only just started, of these kinds of pages that you can, that some of them are words, some of them are stickers, that I've put on there for you to download and use. Obviously I ask that you don't sell them, but please, if you want to share them, that's fine. And it's a Facebook page where we can all just, you guys can share your projects if you want to, pictures, explanations, stories. It's a community of crafters, and like I said, we've just started. I think we've got 22 members. So please feel free to come and join us there and get some of these Friday freebies. Okay, so there is our little cluster now. That's all done, and it's just tape and some pens, you guys, and maybe some ink if you want to age the edges. Super, super easy. I want to also, this is my little art journal that I'm just pottering around in. Just a little bit of advice. My son bought himself a new set of headphones, and the box came with these really cool flaps. They kind of flapped closed like this, and so I grabbed one before you could throw it away, because it makes a perfect stencil. So keep your eyes open for interesting pieces of packaging, because they oftentimes are very useful. So let me get all my bits and pieces out here that I traced that off, and I tried to put a little bucket at the bottom here. Kind of worked, kind of didn't work. And here's my journaling space in the middle. I used my gold marker to draw some bricks, which are just really rough lined rectangles on the sides here. You see that? And that is going to be the page. Now, all I'm going to do is to add, okay, that's it. We need a new glue stick. Definitely. Let me go and grab one. Because this whole falling out bit is going to drive me bananas. Okay, we're in business. Brand spanking new, you guys. Glue stick. Here's another one of my little experiments this weekend with the new whatchamacallit, sewing machine. The new sewing machine. I'm going to just I pulled these little random pieces of paper out everywhere, and I just thought, this looks really nice. I like it. I'm not going to throw it out, because now, which way was it? Did I do this upside down? No, I didn't. Oh my gosh, Celeste. Oh, it was this way. It was that way. I remember now. Like that. And then I'm going to put down just this little stamped coffee stain stamped little piece that I actually want to put underneath here. So I'll put that down like so. And to keep with this very pretty theme, I'm going to put down this little rose, maybe just as if it is there. And then our our doodle. I don't know what to call this. It looks like a daisy, looks like a lotus flower. We'll call it a lotus daisy. How's that? And I think in the corner here would be perfect. I probably overdid it with that glue, but that's okay. At least we know it's going to stay. I've got that down here. Oh, I didn't put glue. Gosh, I put so much glue down and I missed the one corner. Goodness, Celeste. All right, just like that. And I think we should put down a word. So let's see which of these. See, I've already taken some. I think I need a word that's not. Let's try sunshine. I think that would be nice. Let's try sunshine. Quickly just cut that out. So I believe that there is a function on YouTube that allows you to speed up the playtime. I haven't found out how to do it yet, but if I do, I'll let you know. So if you guys are pressed for time, but you want to get to the end of the video to see the end results, but you don't want to, you know, fast forward because that way you might miss something. There is a way to make me talk faster. Like that. So, but that way you get to see the whole video without jumping forward. So I tried to always keep these videos short, but you know, it's not always possible. So where should we put it? Maybe just there, maybe like that. Yeah, and I think I'll come and do something here. I don't like what I did with this little basket at the bottom, but for now we have a collage, and I've used one of the doodle stickers excuse me, because I wonder if there's another word I could put in. I could probably put another word here, which means I'd have to have moved that down, but never mind. So you guys, if you enjoyed this, please hit the subscribe button. It helps me to grow my channel, and that way I can keep making these videos and hopefully inspire everybody to go ahead and doodle and make clusters and little booklets and more stickers with just plain old paper tape and pens and glue. That's all you need. Paper, pens, and glue. If you give me paper, pens, and glue, I will be the happiest person in the world, because it's my happy place. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you hit that subscribe button and that we can meet again. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for visiting with me. Bye-bye.